to come in and talk about factoring with a equals 1. So a good example of this is x squared plus 7x minus 30. And the way that we know that it is categorized in this a equals 1 is there is nothing in the front. Nothing in front of x squared. All right, so if there is nothing in the front, we can completely proceed with this method. All right, so let's keep going. We are first going to go ahead and ask ourselves a question about the back. And I know that this sounds so backwards to think of it, because typically in like literature and everything else, you start from left to right. But for some reason, in this problem, it makes more sense to start at the back. So we're going to say, what are the multiples of negative 30 that can add to equal positive 7? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list all the multiples of negative 30 that I know, and I'm going to keep adding them until I can't think of one, or I find the one that adds to equal 7, which is actually where I went ahead. All right, so I'm going to start off with the basic one, because I know that everything times 1 is going to equal itself. And a lot of the times, this is the one that students forget exists. They forget that times 1 is an actual like math problem for this. So if I were to solve this one with addition, 30 plus negative 1 equals 29. That does not equal 7, so I am going to put an X through that. That is wrong. I cannot use this multiplication. All right, let's say that I want to keep on trying. So negative 30 times positive 1. So if I do negative 30 plus positive 1, that's going to give me negative 29. Again, that does not equal 7. All right, let's say that I try negative 10 times 3. Negative 10 plus 3 is equal to negative 7. Ooh, I got my number, but the sign is not right, okay? This can happen. It's totally fine. I just need to keep moving because it's not exactly right. So because that was negative, we're not going to count it. But that goes ahead and tells me that these are the right numbers. I just have my signs flipped up. So I'm going to try positive 10 times negative 3. That multiplies to give me negative 30. All right, now we're going to add the numbers together. So 10 plus negative 3 is equal to 7. I have found my answer, okay? Now, these two numbers right here are super important. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to highlight them. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these numbers and I am going to replace the 7, okay? So we're going to replace 7 with these two lovely whopper numbers, right? We don't even have to do that. I'm sorry. I just realized that. I was like, wait, this is the easier problem. All right, so write this one. We're just going to write it as x plus 10 because it was a positive 10. X minus 3. There's our final answer. All right, again, I'm going to check my work. To check my work, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use FOIL or the box method or whatever way you have learned to multiply by I always call it the clown's face because I make it like a Frida Kahlo unibrow clown. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to do first times first. So x times x, which is x squared. All right, first. Now, FOIL is F-O, so outside times outside. I'm going to do, let me move this down. All right, so we've got x squared. All right, x times -3 is -3x. Inside times inside, label that I. 10 times positive x is 10x. And then last times last, 10 times -3, which is -30. Combine like terms, we're left with x squared plus 7x minus 30. So if we go back to our original problem way up here, we ended up with the same exact answer down here. So it was right. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so now we're going to do it with a little less writing on it. And I'm probably going to move a little bit faster. Since some of us know our multiples, we don't have to like go through this whole entire process of everything. If you can find the multiples faster, that's great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do one with the GCF. I'm going to start off with a GCF of 4. Let's see. Let's do some positives in here. All right, so this is our equation, and I notice that all of these numbers can be divided by 4. Always check for GCF first. All right, so I'm going to divide each one of these by 4. That's going to give me x squared. I'm going to have plus 3x plus 2. All right, so I've got a really easy one this time. Again, multiply, add. I always tell my kids if you want to remember it, math is the best in the AM because you know what it's like after lunch. It's really hard to learn math. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to list the multiples of 2. I'm going to just put multiples 2. If you really are bugged by it, put of in there. All right, so we have 2 times 1 and 1 times 2, and because it's a positive answer, it really won't matter. All right, adds to give me 3. So it is 2 plus 1 equal 3. Yes. So then we're going to rewrite our equation. Our final answer, again, GCF in the front. Don't forget GCF. And then we're going to rewrite it with our 2 parentheses. X plus 2, X plus 1. Done. And if we wanted to, we could go back and check it and make sure that this multiplies fully to give us 4x squared plus 12x plus 8. All right, hope this helps. Bye, guys.